Okay, but this is model paper 13, question number 2, right? We'll read the question. The Commerce Society of a school is planning to organize 2 days educational visit to Kandy. To underline the word 2 days. The treasurer of the Commerce Society has estimated the following cost and the revenue. They have given few. Amount to be charged from a student 6,000, that is what you earn. The cost of the bus seating capacity of 60,000. Refreshment expenses per students per day 1,900, that is per day, right, per student. Accommodation per day 30,000, right? That means for the entire group it's 30,000. Other expenses per student 100 per day. Expenses per student per day is 100. Organizing cost for the trip 20,000. Additional information: the expected number of students to be participated 110. Cost of the drivers and the assistants will be incurred by themselves. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලන්ට කෑම බීම accommodations ඒගොල්ලෝ බලාගනි. ඒක අපිට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. ඒක නෙවෙයි කියන්නේ. පැහැදිලිද? drivers ලා අනිත් යන කට්ටිය students ලා ඇරෙන්න ඉතුරු කට්ටිය ගේ cost එක අපිට බලන්න දෙයක් නෑ. මේ project එකෙන් cover වෙන්නේ නෑ. The no teachers will be participate other than the students. So කවුරු teachers ලා යන්නේ ගියොත් ඒගොල්ලන්ට cost එකක් අපිට එක කරන්න වෙනවනේ. ඒ නිසා එහෙම cost එකකුත් නෑ කියන කතාව තමයි උතනින් කියන්නේ. Right. Okay. What they are asking you to do, minimum number of students to be participated to cover the entire cost of the trip. Right. Minimum number of students to be participated. They are asking you to calculate the break-even point. Right. Shall we move into the questions with that? We'll move into the question. Okay. First of all, they want you to calculate the minimum number of students to be participated to cover the entire cost. Minimum number of students to be participated in the entire cost. Right. Okay. That means they want you to calculate break-even point. How to calculate break-even point? Total fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. I'm doing the question number 2 of the same paper. Right. And about to find the break-even point, you are required to calculate the total fixed cost. But again, how are you supposed to calculate the total fixed cost? TFC, total fixed cost, how we calculate? So you know that there are 2 types of cost. There are 2 types of cost: fixed cost and the variable cost. Variable costs are the cost that will be proportionately, directly varying with the number of units you produce. Where produce karana units එක proportionally වෙනස් වෙනවා නම් ඒකට variable cost. So මේ calculation එකේදී fixed cost කියලා කියන්නේ any cost other than the variable cost is a fixed cost. In this calculation, any cost other than the variable cost is a fixed cost. තේරුණාද මේ කතාවේදී පුතා ඕනම cost එකක් fixed cost එකක් ඕනම cost එකක් variable cost එකක්. The variable cost is a cost that will be proportionately directly change with the level of production. ඒ කියන්නේ level of production double වෙද්දී cost එක double වෙනවා නම් ඒක variable cost එකක්. ඒතර variable cost නෝන හැම එකක්ම fixed cost එකක්. Right. එහෙනම් මට කියන්න what are the total fixed cost here you identify? Cost of the buses. Puta, you are planning to participate how many students here? You are planning to participate how many students here? Puta, 110 students. And to get the 110 students, you are supposed to have how many buses? 2 buses. Cost of each rupees 60,000. And puta, total fixed cost 120,000. බලන්න මගේ වචනේ any cost other than the variable cost is a fixed cost. වාක්‍යය මේ bus cost එක variable cost එක. එක බස් එකකට 60, දෙකකට 120, තුනකට 180 variable නෑ නෑ නෑ. ඔයා break even point එක calculate කරන්නේ based on the number of students නේ. එතකොට students ලා base කරගෙන proportionately වෙනස් වෙනවා. එහෙනම් output එක base කරගෙන proportion වෙනස් වෙනවා. What is the output? Now when output එක base කරගෙන proportion change වෙනවා නම් that is what you call as a variable cost. එහෙනම් bus එක students ලා base කරගෙන students ලා තමයි අපි output එක ඒක base කරගෙන students ලා base කරගෙන වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙනම් it is a variable cost. It's a fixed cost. right? එක student කෙනෙක් එක bus එක ගානේ යනවා නම් තමයි ඒක variable වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඊළඟට refreshment cost per student. ඒක students ලා base කරගෙන වෙනස් වෙනවා. Then it is a variable cost. Refreshment expenses, the accommodation expenses per day. Accommodation expenses. So accommodation expenses per day 30,000. How many days you spend? 2 days. Then altogether it is 60,000. So මේ එක දවස් ගානකට වෙනස් වෙනවා. දවස් ගානකට proportionately වෙනස් වුණාට students ලා base කරගෙන ඒක වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඊළඟට organizing expenses. ඒක that is for the entire trip. Organizing expenses that is rupees 10,000. And how much is the total cost? Is it 200,000? Total cost is rupees 200,000. Your total fixed cost is how much? Rupees 200,000. And then your total cost is rupees 200,000. Total fixed cost. එහෙනම් පොඩි note එකක් ලියාගන්න. In the break even analysis, any cost other than the variable cost, will be considered as a fixed cost. And after that is 200,000 is a fixed cost. This you need to divide by the contribution per unit. Right. Total fixed cost 200,000. Right. But again, how to find the contribution per unit? Contribution, how we supposed to calculate? Contribution is equal selling price minus average variable cost. But again, the selling price is how much? Yeah, you are charging 6,000 from the student. That is what you charge. And average variable cost is how much? ABC, average variable cost for the entire trip. Refreshment expenses per day per student 1,900. And after the refreshment expenses is 3,800. Yes. Other expenses per student per day 100. It's 200. Yes. ඔය එක දවසක රුපියල් 100ක් ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක් වෙනුවෙන් අපිට වැඩිපුර එක දේවල් වලට වියදම් කරන්න වෙනවා. දවස් දෙකකට ඒ වෙනුවෙන් රුපියල් 200ක් වියදම් කරන්න. All together average variable cost is 4,000. ABC is 4,000. And our selling price minus average variable cost 4,000. Contribution per unit is 2,000. So that means contribution එකේ objectives දෙකක් තියෙනවා. There are two main objectives of the contribution. අපි contribution එකේ objectives දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එකක් මොකක්ද? To cover up the fixed cost and to earn the profit. Make objectives දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එකක් to cover up the fixed cost and the other one is to earn the profit. Right? ඒ මතක තියාගන්න එක තමයි ඕනම වෙලාවක contribution is equal total fixed cost plus profit. Break even point again the profit 0. ඒක තමයි අපි කිව්වේ country VAT. Only at the break even point TFC equal total contribution. Right. Okay. And now the contribution is rupees 2,000. හරිද? Contribution is rupees 2,000. Can I do this now? Okay. Now how much it is? 100 students. total fixed cost divided by the contribution per unit is equal to 100. That means your break even point is 100. Again, if 100 students participate for this particular educational trip, so you can cover the entire cost. Sampurna cost එක cover කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් පාඩු කරගන්න අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ නැහැ. You don't want to put anything excessively, so then you need to use only 100. හරි නේද? Right. Okay. What is next? Is it clear? Right. Complete up to this point. Method එක හදාගන්න. Complete up to this point. Let me know once you finish it. Right. Okay, we'll move to the next. Expected excess or the surplus if expected number of students to be participate. But the optimum students will be well profit එක කියලා. එහෙම නැත්නම් surplus එක කියලා. Right. හරි. අපි කොහොමද හොයන්නේ? If 110 students participate, remember, if never expected 110 participate, if 110 students participate, 110 students are your revenue is how much? How much the revenue? 110 that into 6,000. Rupees 660,000. The calculation if 110 participate, how much is your surplus or deficit? Right? Okay. Making another average, sorry, total variable cost. 110 now to the student getting variable cost of 4,000. It can be 440,000. Sales minus total variable cost equal to the contribution. And a contribution is it 220,000? Yes. Contribution 220,000. This minus what? Total fixed cost. Remember, now from the revenue you deduct the total variable cost, total fixed cost. In total variable cost already deducted, then you deduct the total fixed cost. So the total fixed cost is 200,000 if I can remember. Then the profit figure will be rupees 20,000. On that, we have calculate. Yeah, the profit if they ask you to calculate the profit, this is how you could calculate. From the revenue, you subtract the total variable cost, then you get the contribution. From the contribution, you subtract the total fixed cost, then you will end up with the profit. Right? This is one way of calculating this. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට මෙහෙමත් පුළුවන්. මේක ඉන්කම් ස්ටේට්මන්ට් එක හදන්න කියලා නෑ අපිට ප්‍රොෆිට් එක හොයන්න. මෙයා ඉන්කම් ස්ටේට්මන්ට් එක හදන්න කියලා නෑ. ඒක ඕන විදිහට අපිට ප්‍රොෆිට් එක හොයන්න පුළුවන්. පුතා මේ කන්ට්‍රිබියුෂන් එකකින් ටෝටල් ෆික්ස්ඩ් කාඩ් වල ප්‍රොෆිට් එක එනවනේ. එතකොට කන්ට්‍රිබියුෂන් එක කියනවා. How about the contribution? How to calculate the contribution? Contribution එක අපිට හොයන්න මේකෙන් total contribution හොයන්න මේකෙන් මේක අඩු කරන්න ඕනේ නෑ. මට කියන්න how about the total contribution per unit? Total contribution per unit, it's 2000, is it? That into 110, it's 220,000. It's much easier than doing these calculations. एक subtract करना total fixed cost. How much total fixed cost? That is rupees 200,000. And a profit figure is rupees 20,000. It's another way to calculate. So you don't want to have all these. Like profit එක calculate කරන්න මේ ඔක්කොම හදන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. If you can directly calculate the profit, from the profit to subtract the total fixed cost. Sorry, from the contribution to subtract the total fixed cost, then you will end up with the profit. It's another way of calculating the profit. It's another way of calculating the profit. What is next? So now there's another way to calculate profit, but that is also you can say profit equal what? Margin of safety into contribution. What? Margin of safety into contribution. It's another way to calculate profit. Remember, margin of safety here. How to calculate the margin of safety? How to calculate the margin of safety? Expected sales minus break-even sales. What again? Expected sales 110. Break-even sales is 100. And margin of safety 10. That into contribution per unit 22,000. Then it is 20,000. And profit is rupees 20,000. Right. On a profit එක වෙන විදිහ. දැන් මෙතනින් එහාට income statement එක හදන්න කියලා නැත්තම් ඔයා income statement එක හදන එක අනිවාර්ය නැහැ. income statement එක හදන්න කිව්වොත් විතරක් income statement එක හදන්න. එහෙම නැත්තම් follow any easy way to calculate the profit. Right. එතනම ලියාගන්න. Write all three. Write all three. Then try කරන්න past papers. Now try doing the past paper. Right. We'll move into the next question, Puta. The next one, they say if business wants to break even with 60 units, 60 students, how much to be 80 students, how much to be participated, how much to be charged from a student. Then what a break even when 100 students are participating on it. Have a break even when only with 80 units, with 80 students. Right. What's the formula in calculating the BEP? What's the formula in calculating the break-even point? BEP equal total fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Then, your break-even point has to be how many units? Your break-even point has to be how many units? Here, 8 students line. එතකොට our total fixed cost එක අපි calculate කරා කීයද කියලා පුතා 200,000. එහෙනම් how much the required contribution? How much the required contribution? $200,000 again. 200,000 recover කරගන්න ඕනේ with 80 students, right? එහෙනම් පුතා from a student you should what? Earn a contribution of 2,500. නේද? 2000. ඒක කියන්නේ එක ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක්ගෙන් 2,500 contribution එකක් generate කරන්නේ. ඔයා දන්නා පුතා contribution එක දැන් මේ දැන් උදාහරණේ contribution එක කොහොමද හොයන්නේ? selling price minus average variable cost. නේද? ඒ කියන්නේ තව පොඩි කතාවක් කිව්වොත් ඒ කියන්නේ selling price equal average variable cost plus contribution. හරි නේද? Average variable cost plus contribution is equal to the selling price. Clear? එහෙනම් average variable cost එක 4,500 නේ. ඒක වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Average variable cost is 4,500. Contribution per unit. How much the contribution per unit? දැන් ඔයා මේ profit එක earn කරන්න sorry 4,000. Average variable cost is 4,000. average variable cost was 4000. එතකොට අපි මේක earn කරන්න contribution එකක් generate කරන්න ඕනේ 2005. නේද? අලුත් contribution එක 2005. එහෙනම් your new selling price is 6500. New selling price is how much? Rupees 6005. Is that clear for you? පැහැදිලිද ඒක? එහෙනම් your selling price equal average variable cost plus contribution. Selling price equal average variable cost plus contribution. So the average variable cost එක ඕනම situation එකකදී වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක constant 4000. එහෙනම් to be break even at 80 you should earn from a student 2500 per contribution. එතන contribution එක 2500 earn කරන්න ඕනේ. Variable cost එකකුත් තියෙනවා 4000. එහෙනම් your selling price has to be 6005. Your selling price has to be 6005. Right. Enough if you charge again direct charge කරන්නේ 6000 නේ. හැබැයි ඒක 500 වලින් වැඩි කරොත් if you are charging 6500 you can break even with how many students? Yeah, 8 students. You can break even with 80 students. Hope you can understand. Right. Could you write that down to them? මෙතෙන්ට කලියා ගන්න. And after that we'll have a note. Right. Okay. Lianota. Accordingly, if selling price increased by 500, business can cover 500. The business can cover the entire cost. Business can cover the entire cost with 80 students. Right. If commerce society wants to generate a surplus of 40,000, right? How many students to be participate? Able under 40,000 profit earn කරන්න ඕනේ නම් students කීයකට participate වෙන්න ඕනේද? Right. How do you calculate that thing? 40,000 students to be participate. 40,000 surplus should be generated. Then the number of students equal right. Number of students equal total fixed cost plus expected profit divided by contribution for you. But again, the total fixed cost is how much? How much the total fixed cost? We calculated it 200,000. Expected profit you want to earn 40,000. Contribution then make a 4,500 maybe you have to get the figures from the original one, right? From the original information. Originally it was 4,000. Originally it was 4,000. Your number of students will be how many? Sorry, it was 2,000. Contribution for you it was 2,000. 100, it's 120 students. If 120 students participate, you can earn a profit of rupees 40,000. If 120 students participate, you can earn a profit of rupees 40,000. Is that clear? Yes or no? Yes. Clear? If 120 students participate, we expect the profit is rupees 40,000. Right. What next? Next thing is draw a profit volume chart and present the following. Right. Draw the profit volume chart. Right. Abhi break-even charts tunang kata karwana matana. We talks about three break-even charts: traditional break-even chart, contribution break-even chart, and the profit volume chart. Make it profit volume chart. Profit volume chart. Right. The profit volume chart के negative side का क्या? Profit volume chart has a negative side. Income cannot be negative, expenses cannot be negative, but the profit can be negative. Right. And here you get the number of units. Method units. Method का पिकाना बना दो बता. Main area का पिकाना profit, method का loss. This is zero. Number. में प्रॉफिट वॉल्यूम चार्ट के आप याद आने अदिने मूवमेंट ऑफ द प्रॉफिट तब में कर्व का क्या दो में कर्व होना क्या कहते हैं how do you call this you call this as a profit curve how do you call this the profit curve එතකොට තේරෙන්න ඕනේ when the level of production increases when the level of production is zero unit zero you generate a loss this much when මේක තමයි ඔගේ maximum loss එක දැන් ඔයාලට වෙන්න පුළුවන් බරපතලම දේ තමයි එක ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක්වත් මේකට participate නොවි ඉන්නේ එහෙම වුණොත් you have to generate the maximum loss හැබැයි ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් ලා වැඩි වෙන්න මේ loss එක එන්නේ අඩු වෙලා මෙන්න මෙතෙන්දි loss එක නැතිව වෙලා යනවා අන්න මේකට අපි කියනවා මොකක්ද එහෙනම් මේක තමයි no profit no loss එහෙනම් how do you call this break even how do you call this the break even එහෙනම් මෙතනින් ඉහාට සෝල්ස් වැඩි වෙනවා මේක. ඒතර මේ मूवमेंट එක මේ කර්ව් එකේ ඕනම තැනක පිටන්න ප්‍රොෆිට් එක. පුතා maximum loss is equal to the total fixed cost. business එකේ එක ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක්වත් ආවේ නැත්නම් no revenue. එක ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක්වත් ආවේ නැත්නම් no revenue එකකුත් නැහැ. ඒතර no variable cost. එහෙනම් only thing is a fixed cost. එහෙනම් always your maximum loss is equal to total fixed cost. ඔය ටික තමයි තියෙන්නේ අපි මේ profit volume chart එකේ. එතකොට මේ area එක this area you identified as a loss area, this area you identified as a profit area. Loss and the profit area. Is that clear? Right. එතකොට මට කියන්න break even point එක අපි name කරන්න කියනවා break even point එක මෙතන කීයද students ලා 100 students 100 students right ඊළඟට අපි කියනවා මේකේ profit and 110 students participate if 110 students මේ ඕනම තැනක අපි අදින්න 110 students ලා participate වුණා නම් මෙන්න profit එක මේ තියෙන profit curve එක මේ ඕනම තැනක profit එක ගන්න the profit at 110 students. ඊළඟට margin of safety. Margin of safety is the total of the difference between the expected sales and the break even sales. Expected sales is 110, break even sales is 100 and a margin of safety is 10. Margin of safety is 10. Is that clear? Right. Complete up to this point. Hadan part में चिंतन का. And again and Ajit, Aruna and Asanka are partners of a partnership sharing the partnership business, and it has the following informations. Equity balances of the partners on 1st April 2019, they have given opening capital balance and the opening current account balance. They have given. Partners are entitled to receive the interest on capital 10% on the opening balance, and Ajit and Aruna Asanka share the profit and losses 3:1. All the assets and the liabilities except the PPE they have given. Except the PPE they have given, right? PPE arena අනිත් ඒවා ටික දීලා තියෙනවා අවුරුද්ද මුල. Following is the receipts and the payment journal they have given, and the descriptions of the PPE they have given. There's a retirement of a partner at the end of the year, and closing balances they have given, right? They want you to prepare income statement and the P&L appropriation account, right? මට කියන්නේ මේ partner යන්නේ අවුරුද්ද මුලද අවුරුද්ද අන්තිමද? අවුරුද්ද අන්තිම. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ partner අවුරුද්ද අන්තිම වෙනකන් ඉඳලා තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ business එකේ profit එකෙන් retire වෙන partnerටත් යම් ප්‍රමාණයක් හම්බ වෙනවා. නේද? Right. එහෙනම් accordingly how do you calculate the profit? Right. මට කියන්න පුතා කවුද මේ තුන් දෙනා? Ajit, Aruna and Asanka. Right. You can say Ajit, Aruna and Asanka partnership income statement and P&L appropriation account for the year ended 31st March 2020. For the year ended 31st March 2020. All right. Right. Another. Okay. Now, this is the format of the income statement. Right. Okay, that's the format of the income statement, and I'll continue the appropriation account also under that. And then they want you to prepare, what else they want you to prepare? Capital and the current accounts of the partners, right? And we can have the capital and the current accounts of the partners. We'll have the right. I can name this as a capital account of the partner. Ajit, Aruna and Asanka. And then I can have the current account as well. Right, okay. Now everything is fine. We'll start doing the questions. Right. මට කියන්න පුතා මේ question එක complete record question එකක්ද incomplete record question එකක්ද? This question is a complete record question or an incomplete record question? What this is? මොකක්ද මේක complete record question එකක්ද incomplete record question එකක්ද? Incomplete record question එකක්. Incomplete record question එකක්. If a complete trial balance is not given, complete trial balance එකක් දීලා නැති ඕනම situation එකකදී අපි ඒක අඳුර ගන්න මොකක් විදිහටද පුතා? As an incomplete record question. එහෙනම් this is an incomplete record question. බලන්න trial balance එකක් දීලා නැහැ මේ question එකේ. මේ question එකේ trial balance එකක් දීලා නැහැ. trial balance එකක් දුන්නේ නැති ඕනම question එකක් incomplete record question එකක්. මට කියන්නේ every incomplete record question you want to start with what? Every incomplete record question you need to start with the opening balances. නේද? ඕනම incomplete record question එකක් opening balances වලින් පටන් ගන්න. එහෙනම් after recording the opening balances only you have to do the balance. එහෙනම් when you are recording the opening balance, capital account and the current account of the partners they have given අපි ඒ ටික record කරලිමු. මතක තියාගන්න පුතා අපේ note එකක් දාගන්න. Every have a small note. Every incomplete record question, every incomplete record question should be converted into the complete record question, should be converted into the complete record question using the following steps. Using the following steps. Right. What is the first step? What is the first step? Recording the opening balance. Right. And now we record the link. Opening balances of capital account. They have given 5 million, 4 million, and 3 million. Okay, we'll record them. 5 million, 4 million, and 3 million. Capital account. Balance brought forward. $5 million, 4 million, and 3 million. Right. What are the current account balances? What are the current account balances? $1.5, 1 million, and 800,000. Right. Current account balances. Right. We'll record the opening balances. $1.5 million, 1 million, and 800,000. Right. Now, opening balances of the capital and the current accounts we have recorded. What else? Our opening balances it record current. It need to be recorded in the respective ledger accounts. It need to be recorded in the respective ledger accounts. Right. Okay. We'll move into the question next in finding the opening balance. During the period transactions, partnership agreement, and then they are giving you assets and the liabilities opening balances. Right? Trading stock 600, where you record this? Trading stock 600 must be recorded in the trading stocks 600 must be recorded in the trading account. 1st April 2019. rupees 600,000. 1st April 2019 stock rupees 600,000. Is that clear? Right. Opening stock. For the opening stock, you don't want to have the separate ledger accounts. You don't want to have the separate ledger accounts that you record in the trading account directly. What next, Putha? What next? Stationary stock 40. Putha, for the stationary stock 40, you should have a separate ledger account. Stationary stock you can make a record karanna hai, and you have a separate account for that stationary. Balance brought forward rupees 40,000. Balance brought forward, that is rupees 40,000. What next? Prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance rupees 20. I'm open a new current account. Prepaid insurance 20,000. Prepaid insurance 20,000. Balance brought forward rupees 20,000. What next? Trade receivable 1,000. Okay, that also you can record. Trade receivable 1,000. Putha, have the trade receivable control account and record the balance. Trade receivable 1,000. තාම අපි මේ opening balances record කරන්න යා. What next? Trade payable 800. Trade payables rupees 800. And I hear you right? Balance brought forward rupees 800. Bank loan rupees 2,000. Bank loan rupees 2,000. It's liability. ඇතර bank loan වලට නම් ledger account එකක් ඕනෙත් නැහැ. with the experience මොකද balance sheet එක හදන්නෙත් නැහැ නේ මේකේ. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඕනේ නැහැ. නමුත් ඉතින් අපි අර පුරුද්දට වගේ ගමු, but not necessary to have it. It's 2,000. Bank loan rupees 2,000. Then accrued electricity bill 12,000. Accrued electricity bill rupees 12,000. And cash balance 1,152. Because ඇත්තටම cash account එකක් මේකේ ඕනේ නැහැ. අපි ඒක හදන්න නැතුව opening balance එක තියෙනවා, receipts payments තියෙනවා. ඉතින් closing balance එකක් අපිට ඕනේ නැහැ නේ මේකේ cash balance එක හොයන්න ඉල්ලලා නැහැ නේ අපි. No need to do it. All the receipts and the payments they have given. Right. Then after that, what is the first step? Recording the opening balances. Opening balances we record in the capital account and the respective other ledger accounts. Right. Okay. Complete up to this. Record the opening balances in the appropriate places. Right. So the next step is to record what? What is the next step? Recording the opening balances. And what is the next step? Second step is what? Record the during the period transactions. Right. Second step is recording the during the period transactions. Record the during the period transactions. මේකේ මේ closing adjustments වල පොඩි මේ error එකක් තිබ්බා කියලා මට කිව්වා විනාඩියක් ඉන්න මම ඒක බලන්න. Oh, මේකේ මේ closing balance එක වෙන්න ඕනේ පුතා. Last one has to be accrued electricity. It's not accrued insurance. That 18,000, maybe 18,000 accrued electricity. It's not accrued insurance. Right. It's accrued electricity. When you are converting the incomplete record question into a complete record question, the first thing is to record the opening balance. Second step is what? Recording the during the period transactions. What are the during the period transactions? Yes, you come into this, right? Receipts. Cash receipt from the receivables, rupees 9 million. Put the cash receipt from the receivables, how I suppose record? Debited to the cash account and credited to the trade receivable control account, rupees 9 million. Trade receivable control account, credit rupees 9 million. Cash rupees 9 million. What is next? What next? Ilangata, he has introduced another 1 million, right, as a capital. Another 1 million has been introduced as a capital. You credited to the capital account. How the aluthen may partner can introduce the salary? Same cash. How much he has introduced? Yes, Aruna has introduced rupees 1 million. Aruna has introduced rupees 1 million as a capital. Double entry for the capital introduction, cash account debit and the capital account credit. Cash account debit and the capital account credit, right? Marana, opening balances record karana so they want incomplete records. Ganguli, this is what you need to do with incomplete records. Eka yaluthe wenama පාඩමක් ඉතින් ඇත්තටම කරන්න අවශ්‍යතාවයකුත් නැහැ. What is next? Other income 150. දැන් මේකට other income received in advance receivables මොකුත් නැති නිසා මේකට වෙනම account එකක් ඕනේ නැහැ. Other income relevant amount you directly record in the income and expenditure account. Other income. And now here you record it's 150,000. Yes. Other income is rupees 150,000. Right. Then you are moving into the payments. What are the payments? Cash pay to creditors 3,500,000. Api cash account එක හදන්නේ නැහැ. Cash pay to creditors rupees 3,500,000. එහෙනම් debit the cash credit payable control accounts in cash. It's 3,500,000. ඊළඟට loan installment 500. Interest includes 100. එහෙනම් පුතා දැන් මොකද්ද මේකේ double entry එක? Cash control account credit. Loan installment record කරද්දි cash control account credit 500, loan account debit 400, interest account debit 100. එහෙමනේ යන්න ඕනේ. ඒතර අපි මෙතන loan account එක හැදුවේ නැහැ. We didn't do the loan account. නේද? Loan account එකක් අපි හැදුවේ නැහැ. Right? ඒ නිසා loan account එකක් ඕනේ නැහැ. හැබැයි P&L එකට යනවා expenses කීයක්ද? 100,000. අන්න ඒක මෙතන record කරන්න. Loan interest. Loan interest rupees 100,000. Is that clear? Right. Tamanada. Insurance 90. පුතා හැබැයි මතක තියාගන්න insurance prepaid amount එකක් තිබ්බ නේද? එහෙනම් ඒක කෙලින්ම P&L එකට දාන්න බෑ මේ prepaid insurance 20 තිබ්බා. එහෙනම් ඒක insurance account එකට දාන්න. account එකෙන් තමයි figure එක ගන්න වෙන්නේ rupees 90. Insurance rupees 90. Credit cash account debit here. Here saying cash, you record rupees 90. Come another. Electricity bill 80. Electricity bill ඒකත් එහෙමනේ accrued amount එකක් තියෙනවානේ. එහෙනම් cash rupees 80,000. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ ගෙවපු 12 වලින් 80 වලින් 12 ගෙවලා තියෙන්නේ ගිය අවුරුද්දට. ඒක නේ කියන්නේ. ඊළඟට stationery අපි අරන් තියෙනවා 100,000. Stationery purchase කරන්න debit to the stationery account rupees 100,000. Stationery, where you find the stationery? Cash rupees 100,000. What next? Employee salary 170,000. Salary, put our salaries, no accruals, no prepayments. You can directly record here salary rupees 170,000. Salary rupees 170. Drawings, each partner has withdrawn 100. Again, total 300. And put the drawing supposed to be debited where? Drawing supposed to be debited to the what? Partner's current account. Partner current account record in the earnings and the drawings. It will make a drawings 100 each. 100 from Ajit, Aruna 100 has withdrawn, Asanta has withdrawn 100,000. Right. And ilangata, what you supposed to do? Pay to Asanka. Asanka to pay karla tiyenne mona Asanka retire a payment එක retirement එක record කරන්න retirement එක record කරද්දි ඔයා ඒ දේ කරන්න. හරි. Okay. Now property plant and equipments. Property plant and equipments additions disposals මේ අවුරුදු මුකුත් නැහැ. Useful lifetime එක change වෙලා තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් ඔයාලට කරන්න තියෙන එකම දේ depreciation calculate කරන්න. land වල effect එකක් නැහැ. building you need to calculate the depreciations. ඊළඟට 1st April 2019 furniture fittings වල useful lifetime එක වෙනස් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒක consider කරලා depreciations calculate කරන්න. හරි. මම විනාඩි 5ක් දෙන්නම් for all of you all calculate the depreciations. මම කියන කට්ටිය ඔයාලට answers එවන්න වෙනවා. කරපු කට්ටිය දැනටමත් මට answers ටික එවන්න. How much the building depreciation, motor vehicle depreciation and the furniture depreciation. Take 5 minutes and send me the answers quickly as possible. කරපු කට්ටිය මට answers එවන්න දැන්. Right, after the 1 more minute, we'll start the discussion. Insurance record करा दी, doing record 90. Do the depreciation calculations on the property plant because they have given enough information, right? They have given enough information to calculate the depreciation. So then we'll do the depreciation calculation, right? When it's come to the land will not be depreciated. Land will not be depreciated. But if you take the building, but again the cost of the building rupees 9,500. Date of purchase is not so essential. Sorry, not. Wait. Land is 8,000. Building is 4,000. Cost of the building is 4,000. Cost of the building it is 4,000. And residual value is 1,000. Residual value is 1,000. Useful lifetime is 20. So the what is accounting period you are supposed to calculate the depreciation, that is from 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020. The main period is the building Sampurna use it was purchased somewhere here and it has not been disposed. The depreciation 3 million. 3 million divided by 10, 300. Is it 150,000? Building depreciation is it 150? Maybe yes. And then motor vehicles. Depreciations on motor vehicle. So the cost of the motor vehicle is 4 million. For cost of the motor vehicle is 4 million. Sorry, it's 3 million. Residual value is 500,000. Useful lifetime is 5. Then no change in useful lifetime of any of these. Then it's 500,000. 2.5 million divided by useful lifetime of 5 is 500,000. Now the building depreciation rupees 150. Motor vehicle depreciation rupees 500,000. Right. What else? There's a changes in the useful lifetime. Give me a second. Right. Then the next one is what? Furniture and fittings. Right. So the furniture and fittings का कथा मैंने सुनी कि depreciations calculate कर अपनी the question says on 1st April 2019 you get with the on 1st April 2019 it was identified that the remaining useful life of the furniture will be limited only for 1 year. And how are you supposed to calculate the depreciation when there are changes in useful lifetime? Cost less, accumulated depreciation less, new residual value plus what? Again, capital expenditure divided by the remaining useful lifetime. Divided by the remaining useful lifetime. But again, cost is how much? Cost of the furniture is how much? It's 2 million. Without accumulated depreciations, how much? But again, we make on 1st April 2018. It is 1 year. Right? It is 1 year. Now, out of the depreciation, furniture cost is 4 million, 2 million. Useful lifetime 4 million. 500,000. And accumulated depreciation is rupees 500,000. Out of the depreciation part, 500,000. No capital expenditure, no residual value divided by the remaining useful lifetime. Remaining useful lifetime, it's 4 years. Sorry, remaining useful lifetime of the question is 1 year. Then it's 1,500,000. Depreciation is how much? Rupees annual depreciation is rupees 1,500,000. Annual depreciation is rupees 1,500,000. Is that clear? In a depreciation on furniture, rupees 1,500,000. Furniture depreciation 1,500,000. Make it period के वितरा record करना मँदी, मुझे period के वितरा खबर नहीं करनी right. And actually record the depreciation in the income and expenditure account. Make a useful lifetime में बना चलाती है ना. You know that when there's a changes in the useful lifetime, how you going to record it, right? We'll record the depreciations. Depreciations on building. It's rupees 150 and motor vehicle, it is 500. Furniture, it is 1,500. Furniture, it is 1,500. Is that clear? Right. Calculations of depreciations we have done with the questions. So then we will move to the next. Right. In the next adjustment, it says, on 1st April 2020, Asanka decided to retire from the partnership, and the goodwill on that day we have adjusted, and the new profit share ratio they have given. On the retirement, 2.5 million has been paid. Hari. The retirement karanna kalin business ke profit ke calculate karanna ne. Hari. And when you are calculating the profit of the business, you have to move to the last step. मतलब अभी पहले step पे क्या हुआ? Make income record question एक आपने record the opening balances. Second step record the during the period transaction. Third step is what? Record the closing balances and then balance the check accounts and prepare the financial statement. And our last step is record the closing balances. मैं अब रिटायर कराना ना business के profit को बयान होना. Business के profit को बयान ना मैं का नहीं balance कराना होना. Neither income statement दिखा दाना होना. है ना closing balances के record कर लेंगे. But again, closing stock balance is how much? Closing inventory balance 31st March 2020 stock balance. It is 400, right? It is 400. Yes, It is 400. What next? Stationary balance rupees 30,000. Stationary closing balance rupees 30,000. Balance carried down rupees 30,000. Right? Okay. දැන් මේක balance sheet එක හදන්න නැති නිසා අපිට මේක balance sheet එකට ගෙනියන්න අවශ්‍යතාවයක් නැහැ. පුතා stationary stock is an assets. Stationary stock is an assets, so which need to be carried down from the credit side and need to be brought forward from the debit side. එහෙනම් balance brought forward rupees 30,000. හරිද? Right. What next? That is stationary. තව මොනවාද? Trade receivable 600, trade payable 800, trade payable 600. Trade receivable 800. Balance carried down rupees 800. Trade payables. Balance carried down rupees 600. Right, recording the closing balances. Balance sheet you can prepare them on the balance sheet as well. Accrued insurance 30 and accrued electricity bill 18. Accrued insurance 30. Accrued insurance, right? Accrued insurance need to be brought forward from the debit side because it need to be carried down from the credit side. You can say balance carried down 30. Right, accrued insurance, accrued electricity bill, balance carried down rupees 80. Is that clear? Right. Okay, everything is fine. Now what you're going to do? Yes, now you balance the ledger accounts and prepare the financial statements. Then we are balancing part after recording the closing balance. The hatarani step balance the ledger accounts and prepare the financial statements. Balance the ledger accounts and prepare the financial statements. Balance the ledger accounts and prepare the financial statements. Right, okay. Balance the ledger accounts and prepare the financial statement. What are the ledger accounts that you want to balance with? Right, we'll move to the question. Right. If you move to the stationary account, debit balance is 140,000. Take that into the other side, 140,000. And there's a balance of 110 that will be transferred to the profit and loss account. Again, with the stationary expenditure relevant for the period is 110,000. Stationary expenditure relevant for the period is 110,000. What is next? Balance other ledger accounts. Prepaid insurance. It's 140. So the insurance relevant for the period 140,000. Now how much you transfer the P&L? Rupees 140,000. Profit and loss account debit 140,000. Clear now? Yes. Trade receivable. In a sales, it's 8,800. But the sales figure is how much rupees? 8,800. Trade receivable account again in sales 8,800. Understand, right? Yes. Sales figure is rupees 8,800. Right. Trade payable account का balance करावे इन्हें बना दो. Once you balance the trade payables account, what you will get? Once you balance the trade payable account, what you will get? Purchases. And purchases will be how much? 4,100 minus 800. It's 3,300 will be the purchases. Purchases need to be taken into the trading account. Purchases 3,300. Purchases 3,300. What next? Bank loan not necessary, because nothing will be recorded with regard to the bank loan in the P&L other than the interest. Interest we have already recorded. And about how much you transfer to the P&L? 48 minus this 86,000. And how much you transfer to the P&L? Say electricity 86,000. Electricity bill relevant for the period rupees 86,000. Anything else? Nothing, right? No any other ledger accounts. So then everything we have taken into the income statement. Put you balance the income statement, right? Sales, sorry, opening stock plus purchases 3,900. That minus closing stock. In cost of sales. How much the cost of sales? This plus this, it's 3,500,000. Gross profit 5,300,000. Gross profit is 5,300,000. Other income it's 150, and subtract the expenses. What were the expenses? 2.7 million 56, and then we will come up with the net profit. How much the net profit puta? Net profit, gross profit plus other income minus expenses. And a net profit for the period 2.6 million 94. Api appropriation account we'll do the appropriation account separately. Right. The net profit for the period 2.6 million 94,000. Hurry. My appropriation account है मतलब पल्ले मदम. Right. And we have the appropriation account. May net profit का भी appropriate करूँ पुता. How the P&L appropriation account का मना देने? Go to the partnership agreement. Yes. Because our partners are receiving the interest of 10% on the opening capital. Underline karagan. Opening capital balance. Underline that word. Again, in between, the partners have introduced a capital. One of the part, I think Arun has introduced 1 million, but that will not be taken into consideration when calculating the interest on capital. right? In a interest on capital 10%, then 500, 400, 300, that is on the opening balances. What is the double entry for the interest on capital? Can I write here interest on capital? පුතා retired partner retire වෙන්නේ අවුරුද්ද අන්තිම. ඒ හින්දා එයාට business එකේ profit එක සම්පූර්ණයෙන් හම්බ වෙනවා. අජිත් අරුණයන් අසංක. අජිත් අරුණ අසංක. මට කියන්න මේගොල්ලන්ගේ interest on capital පුතා 500, 400 and 300. 500,000, 400,000 and 300,000. And a total is how much? It's 1,200,000. Interest on capital 1,200,000. Right, this need to be credited to the partner's current account. Interest on capital, double entry appropriation account debit, partner's current account credit. And here you write interest on 500,000, 400,000 and 300,000. Clear now? Right. ඊළඟට පුතා එහෙනම් business එකේ profit එක 2.6 million 94. එතකොට ඒකේ profit share interest on capital විදියට අපි යම් ගාණක් දුන්නා 1.2 million දුන්නා. එහෙනම් how do you calculate the profit share? Profit share calculate කරන්නේ කොහොමද? How much you can distribute it among the partners පුතා? 2.6 million 94 plus this super profit 1.4 million 94. ඒක බෙදෙන්න ඕනේ මේ තුන් දෙනාට. Right. What's the profit sharing ratio? 3:2:1. 3:2:1. එහෙනම් අජිත්ගේ profit එක කොහොමද හොයන්නේ? 1.4 million 94 divided by 6. That you need to multiply by 3. Then how much? 1.4 million 94 divided by 6. එතකොට එන 249. That into 3. රජිත්ගේ profit share එක කීයද? 349 into 3. Sorry. 249 into 3 it's 747. අරුණගේ ඒක කී අරුණගේ කීයද පුතා? 249. Yes. This into 2. So 249 into 2 කියලා කියන්නේ 498. අජිත් අරුණ the other one is අසංක. අසංකගේ profit එක 249. හරි නේද? right. එහෙනම් ඒ ටික debit කරන්න P&L appropriation account එකට. $747. Here 498 and here 249. Right. And these need to be credited to the partner's current account, profit share. How much it is? 747, 498, 249. It's 249. 249. Is that clear? හරි නේද? Right. Okay. Now everything is fine. හැමදේම හරි නේද? Okay. Now what we supposed to do? profit up provision කරලා දැන් මේ අනෙක් කෙනා යවන්න ඕනේ. මට කියන්න when an existing partner get retire, what's the first thing that you're supposed to do? You need to adjust the goodwill of the partners. Goodwill of the partners. නේද? මට කියන්න goodwill එක කොහොමද adjust කරන්නේ? How much the goodwill? How much the goodwill? The question always says goodwill should be, total amount of goodwill should be adjusted through the partner's capital account, right? When you adjust it through the partner's capital account, total amount of goodwill should be credited to the partner's capital account using the old profit sharing ratio, and same need to be debited to the partner's capital account using the new profit sharing ratio. But again, what was the old profit sharing ratio? 3:2:1. And Ajit saying Ajit, Aruna and Asanka, 600,000 is a goodwill, total amount and 300,000, 200,000 and 100,000 should be credited. But the goodwill you adjust it through the partner's capital account. And I'm going to record karana saying goodwill 300, 200 and 100,000. And same need to be debited to the partner's capital account using the new profit sharing ratio. Right? Same need to be debited to the partner's capital account using the new profit sharing. So the new profit sharing ratio kiyada 2:1 ne එහෙම නේද කියන්නේ? කවුද අලුත් partnersලා දෙන්න? අජිත් and අරුණ. Yes, 2:1. එහෙනම් 400,000 and 200,000. Right? And credit partners capital account, debit partners capital account, how much? 400 and 200. එහෙනම් ඔන්න retirement එකේදී goodwill adjust කරා. ඊළඟට මොකද කරන්නේ? What we supposed to do next? On the date of retirement, balance of the current account should be transferred to the partner's capital account. එතකොට අසංකනේ retire වෙන්නේ. එයා retire වෙන දවසට current account එකේ balance එක කීයද? බලන්න අපි දැන් profit එක එහෙම දීලා එයා යවන්නේ that balance is 1.3 million 42 and making එක මාරු කරන්න capital account එක. Now you write here same capital. How much you are transferring? 1.3 million 49 minus this, it's 1.2 million 49. You transfer that to the partner's capital account. මෙතන අපි ලියනවා current කියලා. current account එකෙන් එයාට මාරු වෙනවා කොච්චරද? 1.2 million 49. Right. 1.2 million 49 will be transferred to the partner's capital account. එතකොට දැන් capital account එකේ මෙයාට ගෙවන්න තියෙනවා 3 million එයාගේ capital account තිබ්බා. ඒ වගේම earn කරපු profit එක 1.2 million 49, goodwill share එක 100. හැබැයි මේකෙන් ගෙවන්නේ කීයද? only 2.5 million. ඒ ගෙවපු amount එක cash account එකේ තියෙනවා 2.5 million. ඒක අඩු කරන්න ඉතුරු ටික transfer කරන්න කොහෙද? loan account එකට. එහෙනම් how much you are transferring to the loan account? How much you are transferring to the loan account of the partner? 4.3 million 49. ඒකනේ අපි ගෙවන්න ඕනේ දාන. හැබැයි ඒකෙන් 4.3 million 49 වලින් ගෙවලා තියෙනවා 2 million 500. එහෙනම් පුතා how much you got? 1.8 million 49 that you have transfer to the loan account on that day. Right, good. ඊළඟට එච්චරයිනේ. අනිත් capital accounts එක balance කරන්න දැන්. And balance carried down will be good. And current account current account of the balance, current account balance of the partners will be yes, that's all. Right. Complete the question, and you all can ask any questions from this, right? So that this question is retirement of a partner at the end of the financial year, right? At the end of the financial year. Api pori question ekak liya gamu. What are the steps to be followed? What are the steps to be followed? In the books of accounts when there's a retirement of a partner. Devmi is asking, what about the loan interest? Oh, annual. What is this annual interest? Devmi, what is this annual interest you imply here? Right. අපි මේ note එක ලියාගෙන ඉමු. පළවෙනි step එක මොකක්ද එහෙනම්? Adjust the goodwill as at the date of retirement. එහෙනම් partner කෙනෙක් retire වෙද්දි කරන්න ඕන පළවෙනි දේ adjust the goodwill as at the date of retirement. What's the second thing? Devani Gopal. Transfer the current account balance. Next one, transfer the current account balance as at the date of retirement to the capital account. Transfer the current account balance as at the date of retirement to the capital account. What is next? What is next? Right. Then current account, then capital account එකේ තියෙන opening balance එක තියෙනවා, goodwill තියෙනවා, current account balance එක තියෙනවා. Now next one. Do the settlement. Using the capital account. Do the settlement using the capital account. Last one. Last one. Transfer the outstanding balance to a loan account. Clear now. Transfer the current account balance, sorry, capital account balance to the loan account. Unsettled due amount should be transferred to the loan account. So according to the section 42 of the partnership ordinance, for that you need to pay 5% interest from that balance, on that balance. Right. Okay. Anything else to clarify, Pratap?